But I would say that at the very top of that pyramid is Omarosa.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little fun section. It's called Reality Show Archetypes. You might know IRL, and this is obviously BuzzFeed, because what else does a popular culture podcast do but read BuzzFeed articles? Hey,
Especially a millennial one.
this is very 2014 of us. Reading BuzzFeed and talking about it.
This is very. I read the BuzzFeed article on Facebook.
Exactly. Yes, it's giving Facebook era.
Yeah. Are you Gryffindor or
Yes.
whatever? Yeah.
Okay, so the first archetype that we have is the angry wild child, who in the universe of reality, not even just the housewives.
I won't lie to you though. It was hard for me to get out of my housewives brain.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to be the redundant one.
Okay.
Just keep... And also because we just came out of a housewives thing, but thank you for giving us variety. Because I will say that's Angel. Right now, that's the top
that
of
is
mind,
Angel.
angry wild child. Like...
Portia as well in the earlier seasons.
Yes,
Because she was both wild and angry.
a child, yes.
And a child. Trifecta, actually. Yep.
She
hit
was
all the
putting
marks.
hands. She literally hit.
all the beats.
She literally hit Kenya. So yeah.
Yeah. I want to take us to Survivor. Survivor Gang. What was Russell's
Season?
nephew who just came in, started throwing rice, wanting to beat up people
because he wanted
beach
to agitate people.
because he wanted to
they would
agitate.
give up.
Yes.
I forgot about that boy.
I just want to say hi to all the queens that watch Survivor. That is where reality television, some of the tropes.
No, but you know who else from Survivor?
Yeah.
The cop. What was his name? The endearing, like all over the place. Is it Rob or Bob or?
I know who you're talking about. He won season
Twice.
40. Yes.
I'm gonna find him.
Oh, okay.
He was too adorable.
Oh, why am I
Tony was that. I think Tony executed better than that young man, because Tony, it was actually psychological warfare, right? Like he was like,
Yes.
and he was also spying and stuff, but he was doing it all on the DL.
Yes.
This young man
Was just angry.
just careless.
He was just hateful. Oh, also, do you remember that weird subgenre thing where he was just mad that this woman was pretty, and he felt that he was going to be seduced by her prettiness by himself.
Yes,
by the way,
out of nowhere.
another conversation around misogyny, because
Yes.
why is
Like
it her
Asingeni
problem?
Dao, yes, yeah.
Why is it her problem
That you are
that
gonna be-
he has urges? Oh my god. Anyway, but that was
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Number 2, the one who's here to win. America's Next Top Model. Can you give me a queen?
I actually was thinking about that.
Yes.
I feel like, and I'm gonna sound, I feel like Yaya.
Yaya was here to win. She wasn't here to do anything
The thing
else.
is, Yaya didn't decide that she would win. Like, she hadn't decided. She wanted to win, but she also wanted to stay true to herself.
Yeah.
Which don't always go together.
Oh, sorry.
right?
Not in
And
reality.
so I would say that Ava became that person because they actually turned on her.
Exactly.
They made her a threat before she considered
Exactly.
herself a threat.
Exactly.
And she was like, well, I'm just going to keep winning.
Exactly.
And I don't care about friends.
Exactly. I would also
Yeah.
say Ava.
But I would say that at the very top of that pyramid is Omarosa.
Yeah.
On and off camera.
Wait, I don't know if Omarosa's here to win. I think no. Omarosa went into an all-star season knowing full well she did not have the kind of money that it required to win on that stupid Trump show. Which I guess Trump has always been
in the sense
terrible,
that
so
when
there
I-
was no before.
When I hear the one who's here to win, I think of the people who go, I'm not here to make friends. Okay, I'm here to win.
But that's also I think that's another trope. That's not necessarily like someone who's committed to winning.
To win, okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. So do you think Sheree is that person? Because Sheree will say anything that buys her time, that keeps her on the show.
That
keeps
she
her-
does.
No real friends.
She
No
does.
real politics.
Right.
Ethics, values. Okay, next one. Maybe I got
Spring
way
July.
too hard on Sheree. But yes, the character that I know stands for nothing.
Okay, the one with the catchphrase, Nini Leaks.
Please.
Duh.
Universally.
Nene Leakes. There's
It's
no one
just her.
else.
It's just her.
I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, I mean the drag queen girls.
Is that more the culture of the show though than it is?
Then it is that are there to. Oh, okay. I guess because I'm thinking of Latrice Royale, and
Okay,
professionalism
like the
far too much.
Okay, like the person who's winning in the race to have the best catchphrases.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But Nene Leakes is also there to give you lines. She knows that.
Yes. She knows
and
that,
she's cultivated
and
that
yes.
persona.
Yeah.
If she was on a reality TV show, Wendy Williams would also be one of those
Yes.
people understood
she
in that.
would.
Just like effortly funny people. Do we have
And
a
the
South
thing
African
about them is
equivalent?
that Ulakongo was that. You know it. The thing about those people is that they don't just have that knack in the diary, which I also call confessionals.
Yeah.
They don't just have it there. They also have it in conversation organically with other co-stars, that's what makes it a talent.
Yeah.
That's what makes it
Yeah.
hip hop.
Yeah. It's bigger than a hip hop. The one with the dark past is number 4.
Marlo Hampton. Marlo Hampton. Nonku low key.
No, Nonku. 100%. 100%. And also just like uses the darkness of
Yes.
that past to, yeah. The aspiring singer, of course, we have Kim from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Kim. Candy in many disappointing ways because it's like you're a winner but you're still aspiring.
I don't.
Modern day girls are Candace from Potomac. Who else is doing well? Drew Sidora was already a singer before, but Kim wins. She's the most aspiringest of the aspiring.
I guess. I feel like there's a couple of Drag Race girls also that
Who also wanted to be vocalists.
just
I'm so sorry.
oh, who had
They
come
have
in.
every right to be singers. It's just I don't know how we were gonna parlay.
I'm thinking of this one, man. She was what's her name? Now it's she was in the season with Simone. Do you remember? She came number 3, I think. It was Simone, Candy. No, it was Simone, Gottmik, Candy, and this other girl. I'm forgetting her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she felt to me an aspiring singer. She even like
Okay, she was trying to show, but I have the chops.
Yes, I've got the
Yeah,
chops.
Yeah.
Okay, you better take me seriously.
Angel's also an aspiring singer, she says.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Oh, Londi, but she told us she can sing, and then she couldn't sing, and then it. Yeah. Anyway.
I want to tread carefully here.
Okay. The no BS pretty
girl.
Who's that?
What does that even mean though? Like she's pretty and so surprisingly she stands up for herself? Like that's kind of a okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's very non.
It's very like, okay, sure. But I guess who would have been a surprising
Non-SBS girl?
yeah, like, oh, we didn't think you would
Do that? Be that way?
be that way? Oh, like wait, someone's coming to mind who was like, oh, we didn't think you would be a threat. I don't like the pretty girl of it all, but just maybe the no BS,
the
like,
no BS girl.
unexpected.
And not because we're making a judgment on your looks. It's
Yes.
just like when you've been typecast as the pretty girl, it's also hard to move forward. I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind immediately to me. I'm thinking a little bit of like.
I'm sorry, and only because it's always so shocking to me how much drach that woman has and like energy to fight and argue she has. And there's that season, I think season 2 of Dinewa's Diary, which an episode will come. Okay,
An episode is going to come.
Text.
Yes.
But when she fights, she throws beer in her friend's eye
That's so crazy.
because they were arguing. But Dinewa she's a dynamite, comes in small packages.
She's very much
kind of
dynamite
girl.
deep dudes. I mean, we've never talked about it, but Sports Wives, like the main matriarch
yeah.
on Sports Wives, I'm forgetting her
Is
name
she
as
in-
well. She's also
I'm
giving no
forgetting her
BS
too.
pretty girl.
Okay, moving on.
The midlife crisis.
Wendy Osefo.
Oh, is this Dr.
Potomac.
Wendy?
Yes, Dr. Wendy.
look
Dr.
at-
Wendy, my bad. You know things.
Yeah.
Dr. Wendy, and she admitted it. She was like, I came on the show at a time when I was trying to find myself. Even being on the show was me
Yeah.
trying to pull away and discover other parts
Yeah.
of myself. Who's
Yeah.
notoriously midlife.
Where in South Africa? Who's a queen that's midlife?
The Cape Town queens. Ooh, is it Tato?
Oh.
Tato. I don't know. Like
That season felt so. Yo, that was a messy season. It's hard to talk about that season.
It is.
It's
It
hard.
doesn't.
It
Feel
just
all
doesn't
the
feel
way.
right.
Yeah.
But I feel like all the girls on Real Housewives of Joburg.
We're going through something.
We're going through something. It's very midlife crisis. The arm candy. Who like dubbed themselves the arm candy.
Dabbed themselves.
Yeah.
Mufika Watish is a pretty friend.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Amy told us that immediately.
Yeah. Portia was a trophy wife when she came into the
Christelle
universe.
thinks she's arm candy. She believes it and she's going to achieve it. Yeah.
She's casting herself in that role.
Real Housewives of Joburg, Christelle
Yeah.
definitely thinks of her that way.
She and that's the other thing about beauty, right? Which room are you in?
Exactly.
That's all it depends on.
Exactly.
I would actually even say Apollo Nida
Ah, yes.
was the original trophy husband.
Yes. Why don't we have those in South Africa?
Trophy husband.
Yes. I'm interested in that rich text.
I would even say Mugel, wait, Queen Twerk. What's her name?
Who's that?
Precious. Her name is not Precious. Ah.
You don't know.
No, I don't know. Because I have it.
Queen Turk.
Queen Twerk, the girl with the
Faith?
Faith. Woo!
Oh,
Thank you. Faith Nketsi she kind of moved into, you could tell, and I'm gonna do it if, oh my god, so much homework. Faith did she followed the Kim Kardashian but without context. She followed the Kim Kardashian 10-step program of like how do you parlay the selling sex into being a household name, but she didn't think about the fact that she's not a white woman in America.
Yeah.
And there were so many factors that she
The
didn't
lack
factor.
of white women in America is a real thing.
Main thing.
It's a real
It's a real thing.
We need to discuss.
And so when she tried to like sanitize the image, still be a sexy mom or sexy wife, it just didn't, because then also it is distracting that they keep being scammer allegations against your man.
Exactly.
I would say that she's the original, like, I'm a pretty girl arm candy. She also is girl boss, so I don't know.
Yeah.
She is breadwinner at the house.
But I would say. The delusional douche is number 9. If you are girls that remember Jersey anything, the situationship was insane.
You adding ship is he
insane.
He was a mess. Who else when I think of,
And was committed to that part.
who was the douchebag in? Do you remember the repertoires?
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll have to refresh my memory. Also, who's come back?
Yes. And if you do, hello.
Hi.
Already. Tada. Thank you.
My name is Ayanda Chadi. I am no.
I will do it. I'm Fizzohlim Tonti. I live down the road and waiting for your call.
Okay, yeah. And that's the other tricky thing about our reality shows is that we would have we had more celebrities have reality shows, and so it doesn't feel so much.
Yeah.
It's not as fun as like people who are just Bravo celebrities.
Exactly.
As opposed to being stars.
Yeah.
Hello, Nene Leakes.
Exactly.
And
it doesn't feel like we're empowering the population.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like the employment rate is as high as we'd like it to be. And also, it then feels like you're attacking the celebrity instead of engaging with the character that you've been presented with. So you will find that there's many people that there are many thin texts in the world of South African reality television.
The regular non-threatening bros, number 10.
Oh, Survivor has so many of those. I would say that Wendell...
What?
The furniture guy.
Yes. I'm trying to think. His first season, didn't he?
No, same season, I think, but this white man who tried, who kind of was like coasting, and then realized he had been coasting, I think, in the top 3, and suddenly was trying to
like,
advance.
oh, wait.
It was like, and tried to pass it off as like, I was smart all along.
Was
and
it
he
the
had
Asian
black
guy?
Scent. No, he was a white man with a black scent.
I
Which
already
annoyed
hate that.
me.
I already hate that.
Where is he? I don't know if he ended up winning, but him, he's on the, he didn't win, so
he's not on.
He's on the list, but he was a character. I need to remember the season. There's just so many seasons.
There's just too much season of reality in general.
I would even say on Traitors, Sheree was the regular non-threatening bro in that show. She didn't play the game. She was just there.
Oh, I also just want to say, not completely, but the delusional douche was Marissa's big nemesis, who is now one of the worst journalists in the world.
I have forgotten.
Piers Morgan.
Yes. That's just his brand name.
Yes. Yeah, he was very much the delusional douche.
Very much delusional.
Unfortunately, he wins. So
He
he's
wins,
not
and I
as
think that list would be
delusional.
full of white
but,
men anyways,
yeah.
so.
But anyway.
Especially the American kind.
Okay, number 11. The insufferable quirky girl. Who's that? Do we have in South Africa? I can't think of one.
The insufferable quirky girl.
And also, like, what parameters are we using for
Are we
quirky?
using for that? Yes, exactly. Are they saying they're quirky even though they're
Yeah.
not? I think Nonku tries to be quirky sometimes. When they were on Safari and
No.
she was singing that
No.
song.
I refuse to give her that.
Jojo actually.
Yes, Jojo could actually. Jojo
Yeah.
could be the insufferable.
She's like the edgy quirk.
Yes.
But Zoe Deschanel is the original, and she's not a reality star. I think of that as the archetype, and I'm like, who in reality
Look,
TV?
I'm gonna say something a little bit for the Drag Race girls. I think Candy Muse is quite quirky. I think she's
recall.
really.
don't
I mean,
recall.
she's gonna fight you, but she is quirky in her own
Yeah.
very particular way. But because we understand quirkiness through the lens of whiteness, we typically don't
yes,
give black queens quirky.
yes.
But I still don't think Nonku. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give it to her. The muscular competitor.
Who do you have in mind? Because I have someone whose name I've forgotten.
It's very much the Survivor
Yes.
Kings. Muscular competitor. Oh my god.
So Natalie of Survivor season. No, the Indian woman. Indian Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah, sorry, Google gave me a white woman.
She had her sister
The
in
twin sister, I
in the
think?
initial season.
Yes.
And then came with her.
Yeah.
The judgmental goody two shoes. BuzzFeed is telling us Lisa van der Pamp.
Never.
No?
Was Lisa ever pretending to be a goody?
Two shoes.
I don't think those are... She's manipulative. She's kind of underhanded. She's the queen bee. But I don't know if she's the judgmental goody two-shoes.
Do you think Ayanda was the
Yes.
judgmental goody two shoes? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And this was Real Housewives of Durban.
Of Durban.
Sorry, we've been like across the universe.
Phaedra too, before she had her villain arc. She's the judgmental hypocrite.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sob story.
The sob story. This is our final one. The sob story. I just feel like the sob story as a thing has now become a subgenre in reality television, but particularly competition reality TV.
Yes,
So-
especially the music, the voice.
Exactly. So at The Voice, we're gonna have your whole sob story about everything is terrible. You've
I'm
lost
too
your
ugly to
dad.
get booked.
You're too ugly.
Yeah.
You had some illness.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can sing.
Love is Blind. We didn't touch on it. What characters are sub story girls? There was the guy who's Zach. Who's like, my mother was a sex worker. And I never got over it.
Zach
Calm
was
down,
the sob
girl.
story.
So she threw a little coochie every now and again to put foot in the What? I'm sorry, I don't mean to downplay your trauma, but it was bordering on misogynist. It's like
It was actually. And it was a judgment of his mother.
it was.
Yeah.
That sob story. Who else is sob story? I can go on for with Love is Blind. I can go for days about sob stories that I just wasn't into.
Just didn't give them a chance.
I just don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care. Every storyline, not that I don't sympathize with the actual struggle, but I think the show itself always takes it too far with the fertility stuff. Whether a woman is pregnant or not. Like
Yeah.
the trying to give us high stakes by giving us a pregnancy storyline is, number one, ethically dubious, but more than anything, boring.
Yeah, and I think it's also vested in the nature of patriarchy of assuming women should only produce children as the thing that legitimates them in the world.
Yes, and as their highest
accomplishment.
Yes.
Because we also see Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya suffer from that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell, yes, she wants a child, but two, there's like now an outwardly pressure. So
Yes,
yeah, they do love to cultivate that kind of sob story.
They do. But you know what they did right there? Is that Kenya had an origin story about motherhood, about her mother and her.
Oh,
like
yes.
there was
Oh,
something
yes.
there that we were invested in her closing that
Yes.
that
That
circle.
circle. Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
And that's how they get us, because they appeal to the emotional, right? Like on an emotional level, I sympathize with this person for whatever struggle they're having on television. But it's not ethical for this business,
Yeah.
right, to be based upon these people performing in these ways. And that's the sticky stuff that reality television gives us and gets us so excited about.
We have loved being
It's been a great day.
with you all.
Yeah.
We are so thrilled to have the opportunity to get to chat to you every single week. And so we thank you so much for subscribing, for sharing, for watching our reels. Our reels do really well.
They do. Okay, that's great. I think people are coming to Facebook. Also, when you comment, tell us where you're coming from. Like how you found us.
Exactly. And,
Like
and
that
also,
survey.
like we said, just like tell us what you'd like us to talk
Yes.
about. Tell us what you're watching
Yeah.
that you think we should watch. And yeah, we are having a great time doing this. This is probably my favorite thing to do in a week now.
It gets me through, you guys. Because in real life, in the world.
In the world? Anyway, we hope this gets you through on your hot girl walk. We love you and
We'll
see
see you
you
next
next
week.
time.